podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hey, Daddy, this is Dollar Beat.
BoxingVoice.com. No matter what nobody say, man. Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Derevyanchenko Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar, but I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects. BoxingVoice.com. How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app. BoxingVoice.com. I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Derevyanchenko Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. And damn, Showtime bringing that heat, that fire. And that's what we're here to discuss. One of the many announcements made by Showtime Boxing and Showtime Sports. On the docket for discussion, Jermall Charlo versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Just remember where you heard that news first. Remember Ronnie Shields came on here about a month ago and told us all about this. Just remember, you know those meaningless interviews that people speak of? That was one of them. So we got that fight finalized. Done deal. Jermall Charlo versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko is his number one. I don't think it's the mandatory, but he's going to be facing him. Then it's a double header. His brother, Jermall Charlo, will be going up for unification, a unification match, as he's going to go and try and take the WBA and the IBF. And I think Jason dropped the IBO, but we'll find out as the fight gets closer. But this is a jam-packed double header. But Showtime didn't stop there. This is going to be a 6-fight pay-per-view show from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. No fans are allowed in attendance. So for King Born, who was trying to meet up with the whole family and the community, it's not happening, champ. This is strictly TV only. But let me head on out to my co-host. Before I do that, you know the number to call in. If you want to voice your own opinion, you want to give us your thoughts on Jermall Charlo, the 30-0 with 22 KOs, taking on Sergiy Derevyanchenko, 13-2 with 10 KOs, and most notably known for that valiant fight with Gennady Golovkin, where many believed he should have got the nod. Jermall Charlo, 33-1, 17 KOs, and he's going to be taking on Jeison Rosario, the unified champ, 20-1 with 14 KOs. So this is a interesting card. I mean, I got a smile on my face. Let me head on out to my co-host, get this thing started.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. He didn't want to continue. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dippy. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match.
Chip! Yo, this card is spectacular, champ. And you got one of your manitos in there, Jeison Rosario. And what can I say about PBC, man? This card is
Holy Testicle Tuesday.
very good. Now you got you said Derevyanchenko versus Jermall. Did we see this one coming?
Yeah, man. We interviewed Ronnie, but you know your headphones don't work.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, did we believe everything, you know, we were hearing, or did this surprise us? No, it didn't, right?
I mean, I guess it surprised us because you never know, when big fights are.
Not if you were paying attention for the last 2 weeks. They've been saying.
No,
they threw us for I don't know, they threw me for a curve when
it's a surprising pick, yes.
They kept choosing Canelo. Canelo's gonna fight Jermell.
Nah, he didn't want. He wanted more money.
No, what I'm saying is that those names, I was thinking in my head, one of these guys is gonna get the golden ticket, but make your own claim, and here it goes. Jermall versus Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we got wind, us on TBV, we got wind of Jermall Charlo and Sergiy Derevyanchenko when we interviewed Ronnie Shields. He let the cat out the bag. From there, Coppinger would continue to report and tell us that multiple offers were sent to Derevyanchenko, both with Charlo and Gennady. And Canelo. So I think that's where the surprise comes, that Derevyanchenko really decided to go with Jermall over Canelo, over that payday that would be Canelo. So I think that is where the surprise comes in. But I really like this card. Now, I'm trying to find the actual other 4 fights that are on the undercard, and I'll get that in a minute. But it's just, I'm a little shocked. We talked about this. We talked about just coming hard, coming with your best, putting it on pay-per-view and letting us pay for it. And they're doing that. These are very evenly matched fights. And as a double header, it's totally worth the money. I already see the people there saying, oh, this is not worth pay-per-view, but.
Well, you got to wait for the card to shape out before I think you can say that. Right now, we know that Mario Barrios will be on there.
Exactly.
He's going to, I think, who will defend it? He's fighting Ryan Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Cardboard Carl.
That's Texas. That is a Texas showdown. Let me tell y'all, both of those guys are extremely popular in Texas, okay? Very, very big Texas fight. You got Brandon Figueroa, who's also going to be on the card, and he's going to be defending his WBA Super Bantamweight Championship versus Damian Vasquez, 15-1-1 with 8 KOs. And the show will also include an IBF lightweight elimination match that'll put Diego Magnello 32-3 with 13 KOs against Isaac Cruz 19-1-1 with 14 KOs. But the way that they're selling this is main event 1 and main event 2. That's actually on the official Showtime press release. That's the way they've worded it. And I love it because to me, these are 2 big fights that we've been saying we wanted to see. And now we're going to get to see him. I can't say that it's not shaping up to be a decent pay-per-view. I mean, we'll see. Look, if it's $100, obviously that's
no.
Not, but it's not going to be that. So
I was actually hoping that they came at us with a different price point, maybe like a $59. I'm expecting $79. I'm expecting that, but
$79.
$80. That's what they've been.
$80. That's the normal pay-per-view.
Yeah.
$100 is super duper fight, and that's usually involves Mayweather. You can't just
get.
Yeah.
How do these numbers keep jumping? 30, 60. Where
30,
am I that old?
30 and 60. That hasn't happened in years.
$49.99. I remember that still.
It's been a very long time since.
Oh
those
yeah,
good old days.
We're talking probably 8 years ago.
Jesus,
10 years ago maybe. Yeah, listen, they keep jumping up, but at the same time, I think that this is, you either like people complain all the time, or they used to. We'd get these big main events, and the undercards were just trash, like literally trash. And then they started beefing up the undercards a bit, and then focusing on a co-main event that could sell as well. And
this is what this
boxing's
is.
come a long way, and this is a stacked card right now.
It's a throwback to the Don King days when he would put a pay-per-view on, the whole undercard would be stacked. These are all names.
Remember when he did that full heavyweight pay-per-view and it was nothing but heavyweights on the card?
Nah, I didn't. Damn,
that was a
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view. I was thinking high school.
Look, man, anyone that is complaining, they're not real boxing fans. We manifested this as a community. We talked about this. We said what we were willing to pay for. And I think this came out of left field. You know, Doomy said, were we surprised? I was definitely surprised to hear Jermall Charlo, Jeison Rosario. I didn't think that was happening. No time soon.
How do you feel about that?
That was the bigger shock. That was the bigger shock for sure.
Yeah.
I think you could see the writing on the wall with the Derevyanchenko.
Yes.
But that fight, Jermell and Rosario, whoa.
Snuck up on us. Not even
you
rumors.
talked about it.
Because they kept saying
not
it.
even rumors.
Fantasy talked about it, but
but I didn't even realistically fantasy talk. I thought that Lewickovic would at least get a voluntary off. At least give his man a like, bro, if you Jeison, I need to know how much you getting paid, because remember, you don't get paid as the challenger. And he was the challenger. He won the titles. Now his pay grade changes. And you telling me the first time your pay grade changes, you going into war? Sheesh. I'm telling you, this came out of nowhere. The people that are talking, oh, this ain't pay-per-view worthy, get off my channel. Get out of here. We don't need you here. Bye. Like, for real. And snipers, block them. We don't need them. Like, they don't know nothing about boxing, for real.
Bro, listen, I am with you 100%, but I wouldn't go that far. Like, everybody has the right to have their opinion. And if this isn't a card that interests you from a pay-per-view standpoint, then I don't know what you want realistically. I think that the goals what you want is unrealistic at this point. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we should hold promoters' feet to the fire. But in this case, you're getting a top 154 unification. Top. I mean, I don't know if there are any other titles more inclined or destined to be unified than these two. And then with the Derevyanchenko Charlo, like, we're gonna keep it all the way 100. They're both on Canelo's radar, of course, but to fight each other, yo, you're cutting the ring on him now. You're getting him into the corner. You're pushing him into a corner. He can no longer avoid the question with simply who's he fought. You know, he can't avoid that question. Them fighting each other, it almost feels like a Canelo eliminator. I'm not saying that the winner gets Canelo right away, but it almost has those vibes.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
I mean, I get it because we were saying that, you know, Canelo was looking for, you know, an opponent. The name popped up. I mean, but that's for the other Jermall, the other Charlo. But you're talking about Jeison Rosario Jermell, right?
Doomy, what is wrong with you?
No, because I don't want to.
What you have?
Charlo and Rosario.
Use the name sometimes, and I don't want to mess.
Yeah, Jermell's the one.
You know, I know which one is which. Which
Jermall,
one?
Yeah, but isn't it
Rosario's
hard
the
to
154
confuse
titleist
today?
All right, 154. Okay, so that's that. I was gonna say something about Canelo. That's why I needed to check. So,
but that's what I'm saying. I thought it was already like obvious that the one that could fight Canelo is the one that got.
So who's the title eliminator for, Mario?
No. I'm not saying it's not a title eliminator. What I'm saying is it feels like a Canelo eliminator. The fact that Derevyanchenko almost got this fight, and the fact that Charlo is somebody that the fans have been hounding Canelo to fight, these two guys are now fighting each other, and it's like it feels like an eliminator in that the winner will go on and have a very good claim that Canelo's got to fight them.
Okay, I get the point. Yeah, no, and that's what we talked about, right? The fact that these guys were being mentioned with Canelo's name. There's still a lot of other guys that in that division that can still get that ticket. So yeah, it can't be a title eliminator, but there's still some other guys that I think can still slip in. You know what I mean? I
agree. I will say this though, with those other guys. Who are they going to be fighting at the end, before 2020 ends? And if you look at it that way, I think Jermall and Derevyanchenko have a good claim because I can't imagine anybody else that's realistically in that Canelo short list fighting anybody that gives them the upper hand. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they're fighting each other. That's tough. Who are the other people on that list fighting that are as tough as a Derevyanchenko or as a Jermall Charlo? From that perspective, I think that it feels like eliminator because we don't even know if some of those people on the list are going to get the fight. Callum Smith is rumored to be getting the fight with Canelo. They're saying that is the one that Dazn wants. That's the one Canelo wants, that the money's there.
Is Gennady still there? I mean,
Cop is saying that it's already signed and agreed to. But the fight can't happen without fans because Canelo's guarantee and Triple G's guarantee is just so big. The original fight made $27 million plus.
70 million is the guarantees just for the fighters. 40 and 30. Man, they bugging. That fight never taken
40-30, yep.
Listen,
they said it's already done.
Mario, is done in theory, but until they could get a full capacity stadium,
they're saying May 2021.
Yeah. And how could you even take that with a grain of salt when you and I both know we don't even know where we're gonna be in 2021 with COVID, let alone.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I feel you on that. That's why it's definitely going to be Callum first. But super chat real quick from Big Super Mex Rodriguez says, since Canelo Triple G3 is set for May, the winner of Charlo Sergiy should face Andrade next and leave no options for next September. Listen, if they were to do that, and I know I know that people are going to scoff. Yo, if they were to do that, I'm not letting Canelo breathe until he fights that winner. I'm not letting him breathe. Every day I'm on his Twitter. You got to fight him. Every day I'm in his Instagram sending pictures, tagging him. You got to fight him.
Look at Supermax being a true Canelo fanboy. Now he wants Jermall to fight Derevyanchenko and Andre to do all the heavy lifting.
He also had a super chat earlier. I'd rather pay for this than Tank versus Leo.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, me too. Definitely.
Who was that?
Well, I got to see the card first.
Super chat from who, Doomy?
Jesse Teodoro.
Okay.
Says, I feel like Jermall Charlo's people may be using this fight as a barometer for a possible Canelo fight after Canelo fights Caleb.
So you were wrong. The first one is from Big Supermax, who said, I'd rather pay for this than Tank.
I said that already.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, but you didn't say Supermax. You said we got another
super chat. No, he did.
Chat.
He said Supermax has another
Lies!
one.
You're so busy trying to correct me.
Lies! And Mario's just trying to be your little freaking
I promise. Watch the chat's going to tell you, too.
I'll be your superhero.
Intrigued the Incredible with the super chat. He says, Showtime dropping the ball if they don't put boots on this undercard. How did I know? No way you don't find a way to add boots to that card. Yeah, he's absolutely right. If he doesn't get on that card, he's got to get on the other one.
No room, champ. First of all,
there's no room now, yeah.
No. There's never been any room. It's a totally different promoter. Like, he's got to get that out of his head. Like, why is Al going to give
Showtime, though?
It don't matter. Al's not about to give your guy any airtime on his pay-per-view. Like, that's Al's show. You don't think he got enough welterweights to show? No.
Yo, we got another super chat from C-Dub. He says, yeah, people are unrealistic. PBC, these are great fights. Of course, you wish on Fox for free or $10 Showtime, but these are top 5 matchups. That's competition.
Exactly.
Yeah, top 5 definitely in terms of competition.
Hey, yo, they said boots on the Lubin undercard, and there you go. Not a pay-per-view. Not my money. Not my popularity. Different.
Well, yeah, but that has more to do with Lubin than it does boots.
Nah, I think that has more to do with that is not a pay-per-view. So, yeah, we could play ball. But, like, if I'm going to do a pay-per-view, I'm putting my guys on it. Why I'm putting you? I don't even know.
Listen, all I'm saying
is business. That's business.
We got a
super chat from Boston Jared. Says, if this fight does well, what's the incentive for Jermall to do a non-pay-per-view with Canelo?
There is no incentive.
There is no incentive.
Money,
yeah,
money is the incentive because it don't matter how well this do, he ain't getting paid Canelo money.
Is he trying to suggest that Jermall needs to take short money? Is that the suggestion?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
what does he get
what's
for
the
doing
incentive
a
for
non-pay-per-view?
Jermall to do a non-pay-per-view? But he's gonna get money. Think about it. Derevyanchenko was offered 5.5 and turned it down. We don't have anything on paper that Jermall got that.
Yeah. Yo, but listen, I'm sorry. At this point, with what we have seen thus far from Golden Boy, Eddie, Top Rank, PBC's got. They got the fights right now, bro. You cannot say that they're not killing it for the rest of 2020, or at least plan to, because obviously we got to see if these fights come through. God willing,
they do got some good fights. Yo, they do got some good fights. Because I don't think this will make its own show, and I guess that's the reason in itself, right? Like Chris Colbert probably isn't big enough to do his own show, and Jaime Abolera isn't a big enough B-side to do his own show. But the fact that we thought Chris got for his opponent in Jason Velez, and he's actually fighting the winner of that fight, it's pretty good work over there on PBC side. Now, I gotta say, I did think Velez won that Jaime Abolera fight. But remember, Jaime is in Miami. He's training with Jeison Rosario. He's over there with Herman Salcido. This thing's getting real, man. It's getting real. Boxing is back.
Boxing is definitely back. That's the feel that I'm getting with these cards that are being announced. And not too long ago, we were a little hard. I say we, Ness was kind of more hard on everybody than me, because I think I felt like I could still give people a little more time. But we were demanding, where are these fights at? Where are these cards to be announced? And, here they are. This was always the plan. They had this in the back. They were getting these cards ready. And can you blame PBC for not announcing anything thus far? With these type of fights, it takes time to get everybody set and scheduled with the plan to roll out this card. It's harder than a Top Rank bubble, I'm assuming. Obviously, those fights aren't as hard to make. Eddie Hearn, he's put in a lot of work. I'm very much looking forward to the backyard fights. But let's be real, they were set up because they could be set up. These are much different negotiations in terms of fights. And if you look at the best fight on the Eddie Hearn card, it was a fight that was already agreed to pre-pandemic.
Violence. But we got to have the same energy. It was already a
pay-per-view.
We got to have the same energy, though. Like, we be clowning the UK like the best card the UK got. Like, I remember when Eddie dropped his announcement, we like, damn, the best card y'all got to pay for. We on the same level now. Best card we got.
That's a good point. That's fair. You're right.
What, the breakfast card, the Eggington and Cheeseman? No,
it's the Maximum Violence.
Maximum Violence.
Dillian White and Povetkin. And who's on the undercard of that? Michaela Mayer. Wait, who's it?
McCaskill?
No, it's not McCaskill. Ness, who's on the undercard for that Dillian White?
Let me check that.
I'm tripping.
You said what?
Who's on the undercard, the co-main event for that Dillian White card?
Bruh, I don't know.
I'll check it.
Yeah, please.
Katie Taylor, right? Katie Taylor in Pursuit.
Katie Taylor, that's who it is in Pursuit. Yes, thank you. I knew it was a good fight. I just couldn't think of who it was.
And Stonebone was wrong last show. That wasn't Ambition of the Riders. That was No More Pain. I came to bring the pain. Hardcore to the brain.
To the brain. Boom, boom, came to bring the pain.
The Congos was going crazy. Like, boom, 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 boom. Look, Mario still don't get it.
You said that was Tupac.
I know.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore to the brain.
Let's go inside my Astro Pit. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's all right. You younger than me, man, so you ain't supposed to know all the Pac songs. It's all good.
Yo, word, like, no BS. I was actually watching cartoons in the morning, the morning that they announced Pac had passed.
You was
right.
Yo,
that picture of Pac in the car with Suge, man, that look in his face, man, that was like after the fact, obviously you see his face, man, but it was something, you could tell it was something wrong. But I guess you guys could go back and look at that. I don't know if you remember what picture I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember,
man. Don't know
what
you're talking about. Don't know what picture you're talking about.
How many times has the Charlo brothers fought on the same card like
Twice.
this?
This is gonna be their second time. The first time, remember, it was a fiasco. First time Harrison beat Jermell and Jermall got a real tough fight with Korbub. No,
It
Corey the
never
Bub.
happened before that.
Negativo a la base. Not that they was headline. Juan
Okay,
Diaz.
yeah, not that they're headline, but they may have fought on the same card
I
before,
don't
like in their younger days.
I don't even know if they might have fought on the same card.
I don't remember
because it's
either.
just it don't make any room. It got to be a triple header because it won't be no room to have Jermall, Jermell, and then the main event. But we got Juan Diaz that says Dazn needs to find a way to put Ryan Garcia on Canelo's undercard, maybe versus Campbell or Linares. That would be a decent counter to the PBC. Yeah. But
I mean, it
DAZN
depends who Canelo's fighting. If he's fighting Caleb Smith, yeah, for sure. If he's fighting Quigley, then hell nah.
So Lubin and Gachet is September 19th in the bubble, and that one is an eliminate at 54. So they're gonna be getting that sauce.
So wait a minute, we can get a Lubin Charlo too?
Maybe.
That would
Casual
be
Bass
sweet.
guy says with a super chat, hashtag heaters only TBV. That's right. Not haters, baby. Heaters. And he talking about the fire
Heaters.
fights. Yeah, heaters. Like the
Yeah,
fire fights.
heaters, not haters. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yo, we should put that on a shirt.
We're firemen.
We're firemen.
Yeah, man. No, but this is an exciting time, bro. We thought boxing was going to be struggling. I wonder what, the competition is saying, right? Because Eddie did a live interview where he's like, "Oh, we can't come back with shit fights. We have to really, boxing is dependent on us." And then, he dropped what he dropped. And like we said, Maximum Violence was the best. Katie Taylor versus Serrano would have been decent. Other than that,
More than decent.
there's nothing much but like eggs and cheese. Then Top Rank, Top Rank.
That's actually a good fight.
I've given them a slight pass because they've been sustaining us.
And they were first.
Exactly. So it's like, here, this is what we got,
This is true.
This is
Man,
porridge. We got porridge. It's all we got. You don't have to you don't have to come eat the porridge. And I'm like, man, fuck it. It's free. Let me get this porridge.
You definitely
know what I mean?
right,
But
though,
I've built myself up to their fights. Like, I'm looking forward to their fighters. Like, we're excited about Ibeth versus Guido. So even though they didn't give us anything great, and maybe in a debate somewhere on some other galaxy, probably the UK, you can say that some of Eddie fights are on the same level as some of these Top Rank fights. But we're invested in Top Rank because they started first. They have a whole, 6 to 8 week head start on everyone.
And look, we gave him mad credit in the beginning for being those trailblazers and, opening it up for us. I mean, we didn't like, obviously, the quality that we were getting it, but they opened it up for us. And, I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to stick to giving them the credit. Obviously, things are going to get better. Two different companies, two different business plans. Pretty sure, though, that Top Rank has something, says something good coming. But PBC just, flamed them with this, coming off the rip. They came in later. They didn't give us any boxing in the beginning. That's why I'm still going to give Top Rank the credit. But this is just great. This is great. You're going to have the people talking now. Even casuals are going to, probably tune in if they get a wind of this. And the way they promote this fight is going to be very important, obviously. Interested to see how this fight's going to be promoted because you're going to want to put a lot of attention on it, get those numbers up. How do they do that right now without a press conference? Well, obviously they're having telephone press conferences, right, guys?
I think they're actually going to do something like virtual, like
virtual
Skype
press
type
conference,
thing, like a Zoom type of thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how they're promoting. Or
they don't got to. They could spend the money. Frank Warren went to a park. He kept himself separate. It was about 6 feet between the podium and the other two podiums where Dubois and Joyce were, and they announced their respected in-between fights in front of the world, in front of each other. Like, you don't gotta do virtual. Like, let's stop acting like we're not saying hello to the Uber driver at the door. Like, come on, man. Like,
how are we getting the people excited nowadays? That's I used to like the whole weigh-ins and the cameras and the action.
We
and
still get all that. We still get all that. You just asleep.
Yeah, yeah. You always taking jabs at me.
Top Rank has done weigh-ins, bro. I showed you the girl yesterday. Remember?
There was a lot more energy when the crowds were showing up and everything else.
Of course.
So and the press tours and everything else.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be about the crowd, because remember, the only reason the energy's not at the weigh-in is because we can't really touch ourselves. We got the mask. We got Dr. Slippy socks on. Like they got these guys dressed like they're in a hospital, only to take all
the booties.
Yeah, they got little booties and gloves. Some people got black latex gloves. Some people got the mat. And it's like, wait a minute, you guys are about to fight tomorrow anyway. So I think it's the restrictions of, stay away from each other until fight time so that no one contracts anything. So there is no more shoving. You got a mask on. There's no more talking crap at the weigh-in. There's no more getting in your face in the face-off. So that energy has been stripped. Yes, we've been, they took that. But
you get to the last
casual bass guy.
Okay, cool.
He says these fighters on ESPN are missing out on becoming a brand, showing vlogs of day in life and behind the scenes in the bubble. NBA players took advantage. Yeah, that's true. I saw some footage yesterday from the NBA bubble and the where they're going to be playing and stuff. It was dope. I agree. They could be showing, the life in the bubble, the difficulties and, just the way that they're killing time and just, living life and, help us to understand this time better, in a few years. Hopefully all this is behind us and we can look back on this time, historians and all that. We need that information's good. You know what I mean? That information's good to have. But I will say though, if Top Rank ends up putting on solid fights by the time these fights come, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like they could have sat back, done nothing, came back with fire fights like PBC's doing. That would have been great. But they were first, and so both promotional companies did an excellent job or doing an excellent job. You know what I'm saying? I just think that PBC, you got to give them credit. Like you can't hate if they waited this long because of these fights that we're getting. It was worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
Yeah. I mean, look, everybody's on their own time too, man.
Exactly.
Well said.
And who
Let's
knows,
talk about the fight.
Who knows how many of them
Real quick,
SBA
super chat.
loans kicked in?
True.
Real quick, super chat from Joe Lasisi. He says, Top Rank literally doesn't promote the fights like Frank Warren. They just announce the fight and that's it. Most times people don't know about it.
You see?
Yo, it's
and Top
funny.
Rank's supposed to be the marketing machine.
They're supposed to be at least the ones with the most time in, so you have that experience, quote unquote. But are we not surprised? Because Doomy brought up the word surprise and when considering these fights actually happening and being official. I think the other surprise for me was Connecticut. I don't even understand Connecticut outside
how that
of
happened.
Yeah, outside of it being an Indian reservation, so I guess you can make kind of your own laws. And I didn't Google this. I'm not 100% sure. Can the Indian reservation just say, look, F COVID, we're going to do what we want because we want to make this money. But also because Mohegan Sun, Foxwoods, that's a Lou DiBella thing. And Al and Lou ain't messing around no more. And so it's like, damn, how'd they get that connect without Lou? Who's the middleman now?
Dang.
Yeah, man, that's true. We got to find out what all cards are going to be because, hopefully Lou sneaks one in there. I read an article. I don't remember who wrote it now. I feel bad now, but it was an interview with Lou, and he was saying another 4 to 6 months of this, and that might be the end of his promotional outfit. The business might fold, and I don't think he was speaking.
You know what
I
that is? But that
I
is
think
an
that a
interesting
guy
question.
like Lou should at least be willing enough that if he sees that coming, sell out. And I don't mean that in the negative turn. I mean it, sell the company before it's too late. Sell it to a Al. Sell them all your fighters the way Shelly did. Sell your fighters the Golden Boy. Sell them to Impact. Sell. Don't just lose. Don't just go bankrupt and turn around and send a mass
Liquidate.
send a mass email to your fighters like, hey guys, I won't be able to promote no more. No, I'll sell every contract I got, whoever I got paper on, or I'll say, swallow me. Yo, Golden Boy, bring me under you, make me a CEO, make me a vice a VVP, and here's my fighters in my stable. Like, don't let me go. That's crazy. Don't let me die. Like, people, that would be terrible. I'm just saying.
LV Slugger says, I don't believe Rosario is ready for Charlo. I just think that he is cashing out because Charlo is the money man and the division. Never got a tune-up fight. And this is what I was just trying to say.
Money man, LV, really? Money man, last I checked, this is his first pay-per-view, and he's the undercard.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, listen, if Rosario wasn't going to be ready now, when would he be ready?
Hold on. And again, this isn't a knock on Charlo, but when people say things without thinking, it aggravates me. So this is going to come off bad, but bruh, you the unification and you're the undercard. That tells you who's the money man. Ken Stone with a super chat says, Lou should get an exec job and save the zone. Exactly. Bring his fighters to the zone. You know, say, look, I'm going under. You know, you guys can use my fighters. Give me a job. Give me a job. Like, look, you don't got to lose.
Oh, the chat's hilarious.
I see them. I see
them.
You
know you're forever gonna be quoted now on that, right?
I don't care.
Yo,
it's not like I said.
I got the pause in for you. Don't worry.
I don't know why you put a pause. I'm not the one swallowing. Women swallow. I'm saying swallow me. See, the problem is
this
people.
Is what I'm saying.
People are People are so quick. I know.
It was just that you said it.
Exactly, but they're so quick to be homophobic that they're like, but they're not even understanding what I said. Silly.
No, I don't think nobody.
It's a thing that people do
I don't think nobody threw.
Media, you know?
Yeah, I don't think nobody threw a homophobic.
I don't think it was supposed to be shade.
Nah, it was just you. That was hilarious.
Funny quote. Yeah.
Yo. And it just struck me really odd. Not up until you asked that question, bro. Like, why is it going on in Connecticut?
I mean,
why? Like, why? The question is spinning in my head now, and I can't stop thinking about it. Like, why? What's going? What can you do in Connecticut that you can't do? I mean, maybe they were just looking for small.
You
small
gotta
shows.
Google the laws on Indian casinos, bro. That's what this is about. It's about them having a little bit more control over capacity. That's all.
Yeah, because listen, you fighting in the bubble on Top Rank on a Tuesday, and they tell you, yo, you can only bring 2 people. That's a tough decision. You know, we spoke to who was it that we were talking to? They said that they let the dad go in place of him.
Yeah. Chino took the trainer's position for the father of Josue Vargas.
Holy
cow. And so, you know, it's one of those things where you're fighting.
What did you Google? What you found out?
Bro.
They could do whatever they want, right?
No, there's 10 things, and I got into reading the third thing, and it says Indian reservations gambling generates more income than Atlantic City and Las Vegas combined.
Oh, wow.
What?
How is that even possible? More than Las Vegas without events? Because Las Vegas stay with like a Celine Dion, a Drake, a Future. That don't.
I think it's because of like the many Indian reservation casinos. They're all over the country, probably.
Well, the Mohegan Sun's not small though, right?
They're talking about a chain. Then they chaining them like. Well, they comparing Vegas to all of them.
So in 2009, it totaled $26.5 billion in revenue from 425 facilities run by 233 tribes in 28 states.
But I don't think that has anything to do with the fight, though, right? Like a reason they would be at the fight, or the reason they would have the fight.
You gotta Google Indian reservation laws, man. It's gotta be something with the laws to bring them there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if everybody else is having two people to come, if you're in a big fight, you're Jermall Charlo, y'all are headlining a pay-per-view as brothers. Like, you want your family there. You want more people.
No, you can't.
And
it says no
it's
audience.
big money. The payout's different.
No
too.
audience. These are all no audience.
But that's what I'm saying. But if they're going to the Indian casinos and they're able to bring 2 more people, than they would, that's definitely a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're saying like they can use the laws in their own way to help benefit the show and the fighters, and that's what I think it is. And that might be one small aspect, is maybe they get to bring 1 more person. You know what I mean? It could be
King
anything.
Amin is saying something I've been repeating, but y'all just ignoring me. Syfy. Syfy.
Wow.
That's why it's a casino. That's what casinos do. Like, MGM Grand is obviously paying Top Rank, but my thing is, why would you pay Top Rank or PBC if they can't bring people? Like, the point of putting on a show in a casino is to attract people to the casino to watch the show in hopes that they gamble before they leave.
Call him the gambler. Are they allowing the? I mean, it's not like they're just opening up the casino for the match, right? The casino's working.
No,
right
the
now.
casinos are working. Casinos are working. So I get, but again, if it was a real fight with audience, you're bringing in a public, so it's more gambling. But like, I don't know. I guess they're still paying because they get that constant promotion. Live from Mohegan Sun, live from MGM. I don't know. The bubble in Las Vegas, like, is
you know
that
what?
enough?
That's true too. That's hella promo.
But is it enough?
Shit, like, yo, man, let's go down to Foxwood, man. Let's go gamble. Man, we do that shit all the time. Nah, but they got the fight down there this week. Let's go. I mean, that's me, right? I'm a fight fan.
Yeah, but you can't watch the fight. You're not allowed. It's no audience. All 8 shows, no
but
audience.
I bet you your last dollar they're going to have all the monitors in that casino showing the fight.
Okay, I can see that.
You know, that's got to be it.
Yeah, but NBA went to Disney World, right? I seen something on the news yesterday. The NBA went to like Disney or Disney Studio.
Mario, you follow NBA.
That's where they're at with the bubble.
Bro, I don't watch other sports so bad, I was almost shocked to see LeBron in the Lakers jersey. And he got like gray hair in his Sunni and shit.
Bro, they say he's balling right now, though. They say he looks like
all
a
right.
man.
I mean, final thoughts are, I'm happy. I'm glad Espinoza's listening to the public. We would pay for good fights. So thank you, Al Haymon. Those are my final thoughts. I'm ready to open up phone lines.
Yo, go ahead, Dewey.
No, I just, real quick, super chat, LV Slugger, hitting it out of the park. Who else at 154 division makes as much as Charlo? Maybe Heard. Rosario can fight anybody else at 154 and won't get paid as much as a Charlo fight. That's what I meant when I said he's cashing out. Heard and Charlo stops Rosario.
All right, I get you like that. Yeah, you're not saying he's the money man, but you are saying you make the most money with him, and I could see that. But I could also see Jaime Munguia being a bigger fight for both Charlo and Rosario. Like, if this was Jaime and Rosario, would it be bigger if we had if we could
he bringing Mexico with him.
If we could have them in a place where, you know, if both fights could have tickets sold, is all I'm saying. What fight is bigger? Jermall Charlo versus Jaime, or Jermell versus Rosario? I'm going to say Jaime. Rosario's Dominican. I love him. He's unified, but we don't know him, man. He's not from America. He just trains in Miami one time. So
yeah, listen, I think you're right. But at the same time, as a fan, I would rather see the Rosario fight. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see the unification. And here's the thing, like, I'll use this as my final thoughts. What percentage is the breakdown of a Jermell Charlo Rosario fight? Because I'm starting to feel like I don't see that the same way. It's like everybody is positive that this is like an easy night for Jermell. Like,
yeah, right.
I don't think it's an easy fight.
I think that's based off. I think that's based off Nathan Gallimore. Remember, Nathan Gallimore stopped Jeison. But we got a super chat from Vincent that says exactly what I've been asking Do Me to Google, but he won't want to Google. Mohegan Sun has its own rules. It's closed under the request of the governor in March, but he couldn't mandate it shut. They are back open now. Hope to see you there. I don't know about all that.
Oh, and Jose from the chat says that Connecticut's actually really low on the COVID skeptic. Yeah, so that could be a reason too.
So they're back open. All right. Well, I just really before that was whatever read. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the actual matchup because we didn't talk anything about it. I didn't know if you guys wanted to maybe compare styles or where do you think you're inclined to see the fight going. Look, Rosario, he fought.
Louisville Slugger's right. Jaime did move up to 154, so you double win. My bad, champ. And a super chat for the interruption. Super chat, Jerry Suber says he just smoked J-Rock here in Philly. He's coming off a big-time win. That don't mean he got the fan base, though. He got momentum.
Momentum it is. And what I'm trying to say with Rosario is that maybe a lot of people might think that he is going too fast because were a lot of people big on Rosario when he took it from Julian? No. I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people thought that Julian was going to win. So, him going...
He was a huge favorite, Williams was. Rosario wasn't expected to win. It was a tune-up. So not a tune-up, but it was his voluntary. No, his voluntary, because remember, Hurd didn't want the rematch, so Julian got a voluntary, which is funny. Those belts might be cursed. People don't want the rematches. Like, what if Jermell beats Rosario? Is he going to say the same thing the past two holders of those belts said? No rematch?
They're cursed.
Hurd picked up the belt from off of Laura and then lost it to Williams, said, nah, I don't want the rematch. Williams went on to lose it to his voluntary in Jeison and said, nah, I don't want the rematch. So, yeah, it's looking weird.
So check it, right? That's where I'm like, I'm okay with some people saying, yeah, they're moving him fast, because, he wasn't expected to win. You didn't know who Jeison Rosario was, but now you do. He beat a solid guy. So, it's a little surprising that they might have thrown him right back in there, but, the kid believes in himself, and he showed you what he can do with a high-level fighter. So, why not just go in there, get that money? If that's the motivation, right? Get that money and get another title.
Definitely.
But yeah, champion, that was my last on that. I didn't know whether you guys were, leaning towards Jermell or Charlo. Or Jeison if you thought it was too quick for him. So that's where I was leading up to. Is it too quick or is he ready?
I think he's not ready now. When would he be ready?
Yeah, I mean, he's already fought the guys that that like you don't fight. I mean, the guys that you do fight when you're not ready. So it's like he beat a unified champ. You can't go backwards. You could have got a voluntary. You could definitely get a voluntary, but it's like
they've given him that A-side treatment. Sure, you know what I mean. He could have got that, but going right back into the pit. Going right back into the fire, you got to respect that, bro, for real.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you got to respect that.
I just wish it was...
Go ahead, Ness.
I just wish it was a little bit different because, we don't know how much he took to take that voluntary defense. So, he could have got paid $50,000. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. Definitely.
Whoa. And if and let me spin it to you now for Big Bro, right? He's facing Derevyanchenko. He's the brother that fought Karabov, right? How is that style gonna match up with Charlo, man? Derevyanchenko has that rugged style, and I'm not gonna compare it totally to Karabov, but somewhat like it. How does he fancy with him?
How does?
Charlo, yeah.
Yo, I don't know how he does with him. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. Like, obviously, I was surprised. That's the word of the day. We're gonna do like Pee-wee's Playhouse and shit. Ah! Yo, I was surprised that he did so good with Gennady. So, no expectations, just very high hopes for Charlo. You know, so that he could get what he wants and what he and his brother feel has been evading them for years. I want Charlo to win in fantastic fashion. He has to separate himself because Jacobs won fairly easy, in my opinion. Some people think it was tight. I didn't. Gennady definitely struggled. So he could separate. If he knocked him out, he separates from Jacob and Gennady. And he becomes what most Mexican fighters need. They need to be told by their fans and the reporters that he doesn't want to fight that slick black fighter. Why are you running away from that slick black fighter? It's happened to all Mexican greats before Canelo. We never got there with Canelo because he took Trout head on, and Trout never got to be the slick black fighter. As soon as he beat Cotto, Canelo jumped on him. Then he faced Floyd, and he got beat. So his public wants to see him fight another black dude that can fight. And can you beat him? You know what I mean? And Charlo can be that with a good old-fashioned butt kicking.
Well, real quick, Jonathan Sims just wants to have the correction. Herb beat Tony Harrison for the IBF. And
He's wrong, though. He ain't even super chatting, and you want to talk about it. You think I didn't see that? You think I didn't see that?
He said Herb beat Tony Harrison for the IBF and Laura for the WBO and IBO.
And I never spoke of the IBF. I never said.
Yeah, I didn't hear. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear you.
I specifically said Herb beat Laura for the WBA. I said that.
Bro,
I ain't talking to IBF because he already had it.
I didn't even hear you say that
that's what I'm
about Laura.
I was trying to cut you off not to bring it up. He ain't super
my bad.
chat.
Yeah,
he ain't
because I was
super
going to get the
chatted,
super chat with
and
SO.
he was wrong. Try to say I'm
wrong.
wrong.
I just didn't want you to be wrong if you said that. You know what I'm saying? And let it live on the playback. Does it matter to y'all which one headlines? That's from S.O. Akun?
No, it don't.
S.O. Akun, yeah.
No, it don't matter. No, it don't matter, but it should have been Jermell.
Honestly,
it's the bigger fight. Come on,
Jeison
man.
Rosario, right?
Doggy, it's the bigger fight. It means more. It means more for the division.
But I think Jermall's got more clout than all four fighters.
What?
First of all,
Jamel, he's a bigger A-side.
First of all, Jamel's more popular. Check social media. Remember, the Harrison fight took him over the top. That back and forth. Jermall has never had an antagonist. He's never had.
But Jermall's on his way towards a Canelo fight, which makes him a bigger commodity.
Dog, he was on his way to a Canelo fight 2 years ago. He's
fighting the guy that could have gotten the fight.
Champ.
That coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Champ, listen to me.
Yeah, okay.
Listen to me. First of all, you got to be a super hardcore to know Derevyanchenko could have got the fight. Secondly, what you do know is that 2 years ago, Charlo was headed to Canelo, and he was the mandatory and didn't get it. So none of that matters. None of that matters.
Well, okay, but I'll say this though: as far as casuals go, the fight hinges on Charlo's fighting back to back. Like, the card is gonna have to be built on the idea of being a Charlo fan. You know, this is what do they call themselves? Lions Only or whatever.
Yeah,
this is for the Lions Only commercial casual fan. So they're gonna need the casual fan base to buy into this card. It being on pay-per-view, they need it. And you could split them up and say, well, who's more popular, Jermell or Jermall? But when it comes to selling, bro, their names together are a commodity that is more powerful than either of them. And I know that sounds obvious, but the truth is that's the way you sell the fight. I'm not saying that the opponents don't matter.
You can't get no Canelo fight like that. You can't get no Canelo fight because we twin brothers this popping. Only one of y'all got to be popping.
Yeah,
Only
but
one
you
of y'all
could sell you could try to sell a pay-per-view like that.
Yeah, but they're already doing that, champ.
I know that's what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't really matter who, because like Showtime's official press release is saying a main event 1, main event 2. Like, for them, this is a double main event card.
They still should have made main event 2 Jermall.
All right.
Jermell is in a more significant fight for the history books. It's just,
I agree. I'm not disagreeing.
Jamal
I'm just
is
saying,
just
I think
fighting
Jamal's
his
got more
mandatory.
ceiling.
Jamal's doing exactly what we talked about Crawford doing a few months ago. He's fighting his mandatory without it being called. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. Jermell.
But don't say it like it's nothing, though.
Jermell, compared to what his brother's doing, his brother's
No. Okay, yeah.
His brother's going in the history books.
In and of itself, Derevyanchenko is a risky fight that he didn't have to take during this time. No one would have blamed him.
I just hope that everyone is like you post the fight, because Derevyanchenko is a what? 2-time loser. Listen to me right now. Listen to me. No, listen to me. If you were a casual fan, I don't think you know that. And if you're a hardcore fan, then you know that don't matter. But if you're a casual fan, you about to be told that this guy who's 30-0 with 22 KOs is about to fight a dude that's 10-2 and maybe 8. Bruh, you looking at your TV like, what the hell is going on? So, yeah, Jermell belonged in the main event spot. There's no disrespect. It's just the truth. Derevyanchenko is what? Let me see if I have here. Sorry,
Derevyanchenko's 13-2 with 10 KOs.
13-2. So, there you go. That's a tough sell.
You know a thing about boxing, and you know that this guy's only got 15 fights, and he's already fought the likes of Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs.
You got to know that.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to say is, you're saying as a casual, yeah.
You got to know
I'm not gonna lie,
you're
right. You're right. I'm not gonna try to front. I'm not gonna die on this hill.
Ken Stone said 160 is more glorious. Oh,
excuse me,
glamorous.
Wait,
more
what?
glamorous? No, it's not.
Like it's a rule. The higher your weight you go, the better it gets.
No, I guess because the closer you get to heavyweight, right?
That's what I'm saying. If you're going through that notion, but the 147-pound division ruled for how long? Like,
I don't know. Let me open up these lines,
tough to
man.
say it like that.
Trey in the Bay, what up?
Chill.
Did we ever do any of the sponsors?
No, we didn't, brother.
We did not.
None? I thought we did at least one.
No, we were about to, and then we went into closing
statements. Went down the little circus.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Alrighty then. Check Block Talk for me. We going to Idris in the UK. What up? Idris, I hear you getting a shot at
what's
champ.
up, man?
I heard you getting a shot at the champ this Saturday.
Yeah, man. I hope he's not taking me lightly, man. But you know what, man?
You know what happened to the last dude boxing. Took you lightly?
Yeah, exactly, man. KO. Listen, I'm here to talk about boxing, man, because you know what? That Showtime, that made me happy, man. Do you know what, man? They put a Top Rank to shame, man. Even that matchroom bullshit UK stuff, man. The Charlos, though, I'm not going to lie to you, man. Is it a good idea to put them both on the same card again? Because last time Jermell lost, and I said it when I called in. I think Jermall, remember he had a tough fight after that against Koborov. And the fight was tough because mentally, he had that to deal with, innit, with his brother. So one of them can just affect the other one, man. But I see Jermell beating Rosario the same way Rosario beat her, J-Rock was the same way J-Rock beat Hurd. And it just looks like this division is just, I don't know, man. Everyone's taking L's against each other, which I'm happy against. But I don't know about putting them on the same card, man. I'm good. I'm happy with that. But that's a tough decision, man. That didn't work last time. Too much emotion. But yeah, that's my call.
All right, Idris, thanks for calling
super chat from Ken Stone real quick. 160 is an OG class. You can link it to Sugar Ray.
Marvin Hagler, it goes back, man. It's a deep division.
It's deep, bro. It's deep.
Link it to who?
You can link it to Sugar Ray.
Who that?
I think he meant
Ray Robinson.
Yeah, I think he meant Ray Robinson, right?
Oh, Sugar Ray Robinson from Philly.
No, Sugar Ray Leonard.
You talking about Ray Robinson? They got the
No,
draw.
no. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Ray Robinson that got the draw with Kavalaskas.
I think he trolling you right now.
Yo,
man.
you trolling bad,
Hard.
bro.
What?
you why you do that to us, bro?
What you mean?
Keep that for the chat. I thought you was talking. He was talking about Ray Robinson, the guy who's in talks to fight
Crawford.
The guy that they brought up to fight Crawford.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's talking about that one.
Oh, that's not the one he talking about?
Nah, there's another one, bro.
Sure?
There's another one. When you go and you watch Black and White, you find out who he is.
That was the man right there.
Oh man, don't nobody do Black and White.
Bro, he trolled me hard. Like I was hook, line, and sinker.
He's done that to me a few times already.
Yo, because he let me go. Like, a true friend would have been like, yo, I'm trolling you. Like, you bought that hook, line, and sinker. But Ness is like, let's see how long I can keep him on the line and hold him up for the picture like the fish. He got me by my feet, holding me up. Like, yo, 190-pound catch.
Yeah, catch.
Let me go to E in Philly. What up?
Now, come on, audio sound.
You alright?
You sound good.
All right, cool. I'm in the truck. I still let me know. Hey, with the Indian, with the fight being up there on the casinos with the Indians, they consider individual nations, so they might be under some different type of rules and regulations. But the thing is, they gonna go along with whatever the rest of the world is doing, because this is a world pandemic. It ain't like it was just the United States. And I know I rode by the Choctaw Nation on 69 in Oklahoma, and when all this jumped off, they was closed down. They might just open up for limited capacity, you know what I'm saying? Like later on, just for this show. I'm excited. Showtime back, man. I'm happy. Like you said earlier, Ness, if anybody got anything to complain about this, they ain't real boxing fans. They need to just go sit down somewhere. I couldn't get through earlier, man. If Tank come in and he in shape like he was with Cunningham, I think he going easily dispatch with Leo. But let me ask you this, Ness and Doomy. Can you train to build up punch resistance?
I guess. That's
Yeah,
sparring. That's
you know what I'm
sparring.
saying? Like, if I
Punch
know
resistance.
You can train your neck.
No,
You
wait
can
a
build
minute,
your
wait a
neck
minute.
strength, right?
What punch resistance where? Like taking punches on the body or the head?
well, I'm thinking particularly the head, like Leo taking those shots from Tank, because I know.
I mean,
Floyd
remember,
still
man,
takes shots.
Floyd used to put on the little thing
That
to
little
work his
headgear
neck.
and do that.
Let me tell
I
you-
heard that's an old
let me-
school
let
way
me-
of building
This
up
is
the
a
neck.
video
that holds the chin.
podcast, but this is also audio.
Let me
so
tell you something.
Wait. So
Yeah,
I just
Romeo said
want to
that's neck training.
I want to explain because this is also audio podcast. So like, remember on 24/7, Floyd used to put like this leather headdress and
Yeah, to
attached
strengthen
to
the
it.
muscles.
Attached to it, he usually had like a 25-pound steel weight or a 35-pound steel weight
Hanging by a rope, like a string.
hanging by the chain, and then he would go to the
chain,
edge of the ring and I guess extend his neck over the edge of the ring apron so that he can do a 90-degree turn with his neck and then straighten it back out. Hence, strengthening those neck muscles for some sort of punch resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked like an old school death row.
It's a leather helmet. Look, there's so many
It was
ways.
a
There's so many
contraption
ways.
from Saw.
There's so many ways. There's so many ways to strengthen the neck and all that. But as far as punch resistance and like you going in the ring and sparring and then, hey man, I'm gonna get hit in the chin a couple of times to build up punch resistance. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That doesn't work like that. All right. Either you could take a good punch or you can't. As simple as that. Either you got a good chin or you don't. I know guys that they got massive chins, I mean, I've knocked guys out in the street that got massive chins. They look crazy. I mean, massive necks.
Dick Tracy chin.
Yeah. They come at you talking crazy, but they don't have the punch resistance in the chin, meaning that they just don't got a good chin. Now, if you want to build up punch resistance, let's say like when you're using the Philly roll, yeah, you're gonna want to have dog-based shoulders, right? You want to have bigger shoulders. If that's your style, you're gonna want to work those shoulders out, have them nice and rounded out, so that you can protect that chin a little better. If that's your style, you're gonna tuck your chin under that shoulder. But as far as you punch resistance, yeah, I'm going to go get punched in and I'm going to build. Now, you could get used to being in the fire. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? The people that have been in sparring, Ness could attest to this, that you build up to that confidence where you can go ahead and start taking punches and you feel more relaxed. But you can never build resistance to getting punched in the liver, dude. You can't. You could build muscles up and stuff like that. But, yeah, that's my take on that. And they got plenty of other helmets, too, now, guys. Like, that leather helmet is old news. They got this new joint.
Old school, right?
Yeah, they got this new joint. I swear, it looks like the rings around Saturn. Think of that around your head, and then literally like a bearing ball that spins all around it in the center of it, and you can just tie it to the end of whatever heavy object you want, and you just spin your head like this, and it just.
I've seen one at a gym before, and you could detach it and use it as and it attached to another one for the what's it called?
It's crazy. That's for your forearms.
Forearms, yes, the forearms. I keep forgetting that we gotta be a little more descriptive because everything's not for video, like it's all audio too. But real quick, super chat from T Bonafide says, "I still want to see Charlo versus Andrade." Yeah, so do I. I definitely have always wanted that fight since the first time they were supposed to fight back on Showtime in December of 2000 and something, and been missing it ever since. Yo, DBX, you a hater, bro. I'm not even going to repeat what you said about Amir.
Let me get to... Remember, you could call in by dialing from your mobile phone or landline 14255-695241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion. You can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. We're going out to Info Joe in California. What up?
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
My audio sound.
You straight.
Like a champ.
All right, good. Hey, man, first off, man, shout out to all the hardcore boxing fans, man. We all been patiently waiting for this. Shout out to the boxing gods. They done heard our cry, heard our prayers. I love this shit. Sorry for cursing. I'm most excited about the Rosario and Charlo fight, man. Me, myself, personally. I'm more excited about that. But the whole, I'm loving the lineup, the rollout they got, Showtime. Shout out to them for busting back, clapping back, because we haven't had nothing all year from them or Fox or anybody else from PBC, man. So I'm glad we back. Peace, gentlemen. Shout out to the boxing gods.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. Joe, we going out to James. What up?
Cheers.
Mr. Benitez. Just listening. All right. We going
Are you
out.
sure that was... Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You were looking at the wrong one. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. I'll find it.
We going out to Keem in Florida. Yo, Jay in Orlando isn't on, right?
If he has, he hasn't pushed one.
All of sports to go back to the way it was in Jesus' name. Amen.
It's
done. Fight. I'm making $10 million. I'm not really worried about what he making on him.
I believe you.
That's why you gonna see in Jesus' name. Amen. With Earl Spence.
Man, you're not fighting no shut the fuck up.
Oh.
I knew it was coming. Couldn't stop the laugh.
Oh man, what up, y'all?
What
up? Nah, man, I agree with everybody. Showtime came back with a vengeance, man. All of it. I mean, if you look at that picture they put up and just go down the list, all of them are good fights, man. And this pay-per-view with the Charlo twins is gonna be. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I agree with Ness. Anybody who's talking about this ain't a pay-per-view,
man, just don't just turn the show off, man, and go watch a different sport, bro. It's probably just not for you. These are gonna be some real great fights. I think Lil Charlo knocks Rosario out though, man. I watched Rosario fight Gallimore, and I watched him in another fight after he won the belts, and he's just a straight up come forward, heavy hitting guy, and that's gonna play right into Charlo's style because I don't see him being more athletic than Charlo or more skilled. He's just gonna come forward and try to throw big bombs, and that's what Charlo wants. He's gonna play right into his style, and I just don't see him winning a brawl battle with Charlo. I don't, and I think he's gonna. I just got little Charlo winning. Same thing with Big Charlo. I think he's got Derevyanchenko. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. These are the fights we needed. You know, Top Rank has been feeding us names like we got to see Shakur and Vargas and Berlanga and all these guys, but they wasn't really against nobody. We just kind of got to see these one-sided fights. So with Showtime, they're actually putting up the names with good competition. So, shout out to Showtime, man. But yeah, that's all I got.
Keem in Florida, man. Thanks for calling in.
In Jesus' name.
Let's go out to King Amin of Essex.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, you got to call it down the line with Showtime card is definitely excellent, man. Definitely excited about that. Shout out to Top Rank. Top Rank is like sour. You know what I mean? Sour will hold you over when you want that big smoke. You know what I mean? PBC coming through with it. I hear y'all boys chirping too. You know what I'm saying? But I keep telling y'all, like I'm fly like Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Because when you the king of the division, the belt don't matter. You see. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, the chessboard don't stop until the king is out. So, shout out to you guys. Do me. I'll see you Saturday. That's my call, fellas.
All right, King Amin going out to King born in Brooklyn. What up?
Peace to the boxing guards. Peace to the guards. Listen, man. We know what's up with Idris. Yeah, yo, he said it. He UK. And he know that Matchroom and Top Rank, Showtime. Yo, this card is crazy. The lineup is crazy. It's on fire right now. Yo, you know this a hardcore channel. Y'all know what it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, me and the TVV family that be in the boxing in the chat, a.k.a. the Terror Dome, we going to feast on this. Peace.
All right. Hey, guys, did you say that super chat from Jesse? He says, I feel like Jermall Charlo's people may be using this fight as a barometer for a possible Canelo fight after Canelo fights Callum?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right. Just going.
I've been on it today. I've been doing my best to keep it. I think we got everybody.
Did we get the second casual bass guy? It says, these fighters on ESPN are missing out on becoming a brand.
Yes,
showing.
you read that one.
You read that one?
Uh-huh. I'm positive, 100%.
Yeah. All right. And, yeah, all right. Let me see here. Boom. Vincent, Jerry, Akuni. All right, we caught up. We going to Louisville. Slugger, what up?
Brothers.
Champ.
What it do? No, I had to call in, man. Y'all talking about my division, man. They're my favorite division, 154. But yeah, man, Rosario getting stopped, man. Like, I'm a fan of him. Like, he surprised me with that win against J-Rock, but I just feel like he ain't ready for a Charlo right now. That's why I said when he cashing out, I just feel like he trying to get that fight to go ahead and get the big payday, because no other fight right now he gonna get paid as much if he don't fight Charlo. And I feel like Herd style could beat a Rosario, man. I think Herd, people sleeping on Herd. Ain't nobody really been talking about him, but I feel like Charlo still the biggest fight at 154 right now. But he gonna have to bounce back. But yeah, I'm excited for the card. But yeah, good show, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Hey, I got a question. Y'all think if Charlo stops Derevyanchenko, he could that should propel him to a Canelo fight.
I would like that.
It'll get him closer. I don't know about propel him.
Yeah. But yeah, man, appreciate it. Good show, man.
All right. Louisville Slugger, thanks for calling in. We going out to N.O. in New Orleans. What it do? What it do?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Ooh, how my audio sound? That's
you good. You good.
That was out, man. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there. You understand me? See, bro, look, next. Yeah, I like that. Keep down. Yeah, you got to keep down. But look, check this out. All three of them fights on the same card. Tank.
6 fights on one card. Nah. Tank on another card. Tank on October 24th. This one's.
But that's pay-per-view too, though. Both down pay-per-view.
Yeah. Two out of the 8 shows are pay-per-view. That's all right.
Alright, I wonder how much they gonna charge. Like one of that's gonna be Fury Wilder. It's gonna be like $50, or it's gonna be the normal $70.
I'm thinking it's gonna be that normal $80,
right,
$79.95. You want?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. $79. But look, man, Rosario, man. I mean, like I told you on the bag channel, man. That's a car crash waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? I got that as a 60-40 fight because dude you gonna have a full training camp. You're gonna be in shape, but it's just gonna make it a nice tough fight until it ain't a fight no more. If you get what I'm saying, you heard me? Then Charlo, he gonna have the 3 titles. Then we gonna have to see what's up with that WBO. Cause that dude that WBO I can't even pronounce his name. He fooled, dog. So I mean, if Golden Boy play ball, we could possibly have an undisputed champ at 154, man. And Leo, bro, if Leo can't take that punch next, that dude will get steamrolled by Tank, man. That's my call.
We'll see. Mario Blog Talk looking thick. 704 ringer status, cutting that line. Cut it. 704, what up?
What up with
Josh,
you, nigga?
what's going on, brother?
No shit. Al Haymon. Chan, what up, Dummy? What up, Mario? UK, shawty.
What up?
Man, Al Haymon coming through. Bro. He coming through, bro. He finally making some shit happen. I like that. That Rosario Charlo. Is that Rosario Charlo? That's pay-per-view?
Yes, doubleheader pay-per-view with Sergiy Derevyanchenko and Jermall Charlo on the card as well. Then another 4 cards with that.
What you think they're gonna be charging? I don't care. I'm gonna pay for it.
$80
What you think they're gonna be charging?
I think it's 80. I want
80.
I want 50. I want $49.95, but I think it's
That's
gonna be
what I'm
80.
saying. Yeah, because they're gonna make up for that without the crowd. That's what they're gonna do. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. And Tank Leo, I don't want to buy that, but I'm gonna buy it because I'm mad at Tank, but I'm gonna support him. But as long as he in shape, he gonna do that boy. He gonna do him dirty. But yeah, and Derevyanchenko fight with the other Charlo, that's gonna be good too. If he keep him on the inside, Charlo gonna be in trouble. So as long as Charlo boxes from the outside, he gonna be straight. Good show, fellas. I'm gonna catch up on the shows that I missed the past couple of days at work. So I appreciate that, y'all. I'm out.
All right, champ. We going out to Jay in Orlando.
This guy deserves all the praise. Jay from Orlando.
I told y'all. Y'all ain't want to listen.
Oh, you caught 2 knockdowns and a draw. This guy, what he's done needs to be highlighted because when we start talking callers of the year and things like that, this guy.
Yo, what's going on, family?
What up, champ? What up? Nice
Fire. Man, not much. Thanks, fellas. Thanks. We got to make sure that non-copyright finesse. Make sure it's non-copyright.
But man, shout out to Al Haymon, man. Like I love this, bro. Like I love this. Like I've been talking to JD in Texas, and I've been saying I love what Top Rank is doing. Props to them, all great to them. Like I love what they're doing. But I was like, man, I want some huge fights. Like I'm like, damn, like we can't get like one huge fight, like nothing at all. And like now we got this. Like the Tank Leo. The only thing I don't like about that is that they're putting that so close. And like I'm super excited for all for the Charlo brothers pay-per-view fight. Like I'm gonna buy that, no hesitation at all. The Tank and the Leo, I'm like, damn, they're gonna hit me right back with another one. Like, it's kind of like UFC status, but it is what it is, man. Beggars can't be complainers. I'm just happy, man, that boxing is back and we get it. Hopefully this sends a message to Dazn, make sure they step up their game. Obviously, I feel as though Top Rank is gonna come back with something bigger and better. So this is gonna be just good all around for boxing, man. And of course, I gotta represent for Orlando. So it's revenge season. Y'all better make sure y'all watch out for that Lubin fight because he does not like Terrell Gausha, and Terrell Gausha been talking a lot of junk. So now it's time for him to back it up, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen, man. And I appreciate y'all guys, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Thank you.
Jay in Orlando, thanks for calling in. And yo, it's funny you say that because Terrell Gausha looked good in that last fight versus Trout, bro. He looked good. We got a mastermind cutting the line. What it do? Big Super Max.
Mexico.
BoxingWords.com. Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
BoxingWords.com.
Yo, what up, Mario? Do me, Ness?
What up, champ? You safe on that road?
Yeah, man, I was going to say, first off, I appreciate y'all doing the show.
That's what's up.
I appreciate y'all doing the show because y'all know that helps the day go by for us truckers, man. So glad for the extra show. Yo, look, this fight is tighter than a lot of people think. I think they think it's going to be. I still favor Charlo, but I think it's going to be a really fantastic main event. And I'm telling you, man, if the winner of this fight fights Andre, you back Canelo into a corner. There's nowhere else to go. He's got to fight the winner of that. So I kind of hope that's the route they go. Ness, you said it for a long time, man. Eat the competition. Leave no other option. And, on the 154-pound Charlo fight, is it for 3 of the 4 belts?
So far, it's for 2, because remember, when we had
2.
Samson, he said they dropped the IBO. We ain't know why.
Yeah. Oh, it was the IBO. Okay, I thought it was the IBF, WBC, and then WBA.
Nah, it's IBF and WBA. He dropped the IBO last we heard.
All right. But, yeah, that should be it's a good card, man. Like I said, I'm definitely going to pay for this one. I'm excited for it. But, yeah, man, I want the big Charlo to go, and if he wins, go eat Andre, and then there's nowhere to go next September. So, but that's my call, fellas. Keep up the good work.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling.
Yo, you know what a good show would be? If we line up all these pay-per-views. If we line up all these pay-per-views and we put them in order for which ones, if you had to buy, let's say only 1, only 2, only, you know what I'm saying? Like we put them in order. That's like that. That's what I'm saying.
I think we're in the same page. Like, yo, we've been doing this show and I've been telling myself, because remember back in the day, I used to be like, man, I ain't buying that. But now I'm at the point where I just buy more as a tax write-off because this is my job. But like, I used to refuse to buy, and honestly, I'm feeling like Tank Leo, I don't know if I want to buy that, especially not when they giving me this fire.
When they're giving you Charlo, and then you got to decide on Leo, Lomachenko and Theo, and then Fury Wilder.
I'm not
the last 4 months
none of those are official.
Yeah. What happened to COVID prices?
Don't count chickens
for the fans.
Don't count chickens before they hatch, man. Those other pay-per-views. Listen, Lomachenko and Theo don't even got contracts, bro. That's fake news. You know what I mean? All that's fake news.
You tripping if you think that they ain't gonna get that fight done.
Yeah, now them top ranked fighters on the phone right now with Bob and Bruce and everybody and DeBuff, and they like, yo, I thought you said it wasn't no money for big fights. Yo, listen to me.
What you talking about? They've been trying to get that fight. Oh, you saying because of because it was gonna come with no crowd, and now it's like, yo, you said there was no money for no crowd,
yeah.
And now, I feel you. Yeah, that's a good point.
Bro, listen to me.
My bad, I caught that late.
I was gonna do its own show, but I ain't gonna do Crawford like that. But if Crawford ain't on the phone right now, he bugging. Sergey
you can't say that.
Lipyanets and Quadratulo is announced. It's part of these fights. It's on Showtime. He lost not one, but two opponents. Actually, make that 3 with Ugas fighting Abel Ramos. How is it that Al Haymon is getting his CB A- level dudes title shots, fights with real names and like, come on, bro.
But you saying though, but that would
the
be
excuses
on the
gotta
promotional
stop now.
company, not
Man,
Crawford. Because you said 2 weeks ago, Ness.
I'm talking to everybody, dog.
But Ness, you
like,
said 2
we gotta
weeks
stop
ago
making
that Crawford
excuses.
can't be blamed for not taking those
who
fights
else
for the
we
money.
Lost? You know who else we lost? We lost Ennis too, right? Because Intrigue was right. Ennis, I hearing is on. I got a text from somebody else saying is on.
Right,
Heard. I don't know what card it was. Something like the 19th or something, or the 18th.
Mm-hmm. Thought you said it was the Herd card, maybe.
No, that's what Intrigue said, the Herd card. But if let's just go with Intrigue. If that's right, that's another welterweight gone. Nah, bro, that's crazy. You told us there wasn't no money for big fights. You said you couldn't make. You said you couldn't make Sean Porter versus Crawford because there's no money. We believed you. You know what I mean? So you say
that's not Crawford saying. That's Bob.
I'm talking about Bob.
Narrative.
I said Terrence needs to be on the phone with Bob. I'm talking about Bob. Bob is the one lying to Terrence and to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I misunderstood it the first time.
Because it's like you didn't do Keith, you didn't do Sean because you need an audience for them, and there ain't no money to pay them. Okay, so then you didn't do Ugas. You lost that. Then you lost Lipinets, Quadratulo, Ennis, Ortiz is gone. Like every other welterweight got to fight. If there's one bud tender alive that could still defend this, you ain't a boxing fan. You just a bud fan. Every single welterweight. Chat. Think about that. Every other welterweight got to fight. Just Crawford and Keith. Obviously, Mikey Pacquiao and Danny Spence and Spence and Danny, that ain't officially announced. But that lets us know that's going to be a Fox pay-per-view. They didn't announce it on this lineup. Fox about to line up. They about to do their own lineup. There's still a lot of fighters left. Wilder's pay-per-view, which will be a split with ESPN, Danny and Earl's pay-per-view. And then you got, who else out there? Because they put Benavidez on this show. So we still got Caleb Plant. They ain't gonna not let Caleb Plant get no fight. That's a big commodity for them. They got Caleb Plant out there. He'll stay on Fox. That's where his numbers was good. Earl and Daniel stay on Fox. Wilder. Who else? Maybe Gary Russell? He never been on Fox, right?
I don't remember. But Big Super Max does say,
Porter's still out there.
Does this force Loma versus Tio off pay-per-view?
Nah, I don't think it can. I don't think they can do that fight without pay-per-view.
Nah, it doesn't force it.
Bro, that fight ain't done, man. Teofimo been telling y'all for months that he ain't got no contract, that Loma wants $7 million, that Loma don't want to fight in New York. That fight ain't done. Y'all dreaming, man.
Bro, you're tripping. That fight is going to happen before the end of the year.
Let's let them announce it. Let's stop stealing PBC, who out here really working, finding money to pay their fighters.
Bro, they've been talking about Teofimo Lomachenko for 2-3 weeks on ESPN. What are you talking about?
Hey, man, why we ain't got no date, no venue, no contracts? What's going on? Why when they talked about it on ESPN, Teofimo on ESPN still said the same stuff? Like, come on, man. He wasn't saying, yeah, this fight is done. He ain't saying none of that. But anyway,
listen, I'll put my money on that fight happening before the end of 2020.
Hey, man, I'm a boxing fan. I hope you're right. We got some blog talk I need you to address. Moving to Intrigue the Incredible. In Atlanta, what up?
Hell no. He mad because I get the better fight. He mad because they still like me more. He mad because I got better numbers. He mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. That's why he mad. Hell no.
So once when I get on that stage and I come at you, better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. I'm telling you.
What up, man? What's good with y'all?
What up, champ? Yo, so where is Ennis fighting officially? Did you look it up? Cause it ain't on
Nah,
BoxRec yet.
nah, I ain't seen nothing. I just Trey had just said that he was fighting on that Lubin card. I ain't know nothing about it.
Lubin.
Someone in the chat said it too, that he's on, like, I think they said the 19th. What day is September 19th fight? That's this fight?
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead, champ. What up,
Yeah,
though?
yeah. No. This is what I've been waiting for, man. You know what I mean? I mean, like them top ranked cards, and what if the zone has some cards? I don't know, but all the stuff that done came to the present day, I ain't been excited about none of it. You know what I mean? This Virgil Ortiz fight I want to see, but it's not nothing that I'm just like, oh, I gotta see it, but I do gotta see it. But this fight right here is a fight that I want to see, just like the Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. So it's all good. It sounds like it's a big card, undercard, some good fights to bet on. But shoot, man, I think they should have put boots on this card. I hear what you're saying about Haymon and all that, but me being an executive at Showtime, if I was, I'd do everything I could to put boots on that card. That's the card he needs to be on. I do whatever favor I need to do for Al, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Whatever he need, I'm doing it, because that's our star at Showtime that we saying is gonna be a star, the next dude coming up. So I need to put him on a card that's gonna be, getting watched by a lot of folks. That's how I see it. You know what I mean?
So he is on Jerron Ennis is on the September 19th card in Connecticut. The Lubin Terrell Gusha fight for the WBC super middleweight title eliminator.
Who's he fighting?
And it's a TBA right now. 10-round in the welterweights. But they just announced it.
Yo, man. Yo, why is it this hard, bro? Why is it? I'm just saying, why is it this hard to get these fighters fights, man? It's crazy, bro.
But we don't know if they if they offered somebody and they didn't want it, or it could be a lot of different things,
bro. And he can't even fight Ray Robinson. They stablemates. Word is born, Robert. I've been saying that about Crawford for years, man. Boots should fight for Mella for that IBO strap. Get that ranking. Fighters like that need
Tug
those
on that card
IBOs. Tug is back.
He's fighting Eduardo Ramirez for the WBC featherweight title eliminator.
Yo, what? Tug is back too? Nah, thank you, Al Haymon, man.
Tug
Come
is
on.
back. Tug is
Yo, he
back.
bringing his whole squad back,
Tug
bro.
is back.
That's crazy. Tug back before Gary. Just saying. Rod and A70, what it do?
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good.
Yeah, man. So about 6 or 7 months ago, I think it was about 6 or 7 months ago on a back call, we had this discussion on how they should do pay-per-view. So I'm happy the way they did this card. You gave us two major main events, 2 championship fights. I think it's going to do good. Hell, I would pay $100 for this pay-per-view because,
blasphemy.
It's blasphemy. Depending on one, if you do one main card, and I'm telling the truth, you do one main card and the main card is a bomber, then at least you have 2 or 3 other fights on this card that you could do. The only thing you need to do now is get Javante Davis, maybe throw Keith Thurman, and see can you talk Kellbrook into being the co-main event on that card, because you got diversity there with the Mexican, the black, and the UK background. And then on the Earl Spence card with Danny Garcia, you could throw Sean Porter and see if Mikey Garcia wants that step-up fight at 147. And you could load these pay-per-views up and get people used to seeing 2 or 3 major fights.
Yo, at this point, I think Bob is intelligent, though. I think at this point what he did is let everybody get signed up so that we have to accept Kellbrook. I just hope Crawford takes it at 54, not at 47, man. Not at 47. We got Arthur. What up?
And not for nothing, that Mario Barrios Ryan Carl fight on the card is if that's the fight. Opener, that's a great opener.
That's gonna be a slugfest. Barrios better beat. Great opener. He better beat Ryan, but
he wasn't looking too good last time, right?
See, Ryan, yeah, but that dude that he fought is totally different than Ryan. That dude's an Olympian. Ryan
Okay.
is he's hometown, homegrown, but he's trained by Ronnie Shields though. You know what I mean?
I was about to ask, is he still trained by Ronnie
I
Shields?
mean, he should be, but that's gonna be a good fight. Barrios should win, but if he can't handle Ryan's pressure, he gonna be done. Ryan looked like he was always a puncher, man. He was hitting. I seen a lot of his fights, man. PBC, he lost though. He could lose. He get hit hard enough. He looked like he in deer in headlights. So Barrios got to do that. But we got Arthur. What up?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What up, Chant? What
Hey,
up?
I just want to say thank you to Al Haymon. Charlo's gonna put on. I don't want to hear nothing about Andre till he fight somebody. I don't want to hear nothing about Andre fighting Jermall till at least he fight Billy Joe, McGee, or somebody, because you're not about to get fed quality fighter fighting Compton. You just coming in off a fake title because you really ain't beat nobody for it. And then Jermell really getting set up to be the undisputed champ if Castano handle his business against Texera. Texera not that good to me, but yeah, that's my call.
All right, Champ. That's right. I forgot Castano got to fight WBO champ Patrick Teixeira. See, that's another Crawford move. He could step in, snatch that belt from him before they do that Castano fight, and then vacate it and let Castano fight a vacant belt after. You know what I'm saying? We going out to
Super chat real quick before you go out from Intrigue the Incredible says, when you great like Boots, no one wants to fight you if you good, but profile doesn't equal money bag. Yeah.
I hear
Yeah,
you,
it's
Champ.
true. Like, yeah, you don't want to.
Big Supermax also says, Super Chat does this for. Oh, you said that, Mario. I didn't even. I heard you say it. I didn't hear you say it was a Super Chat from Supermax about forcing Loma off pay-per-view. Did you read that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eesh. We're going out to Rue in the 504.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellas. What's happening?
What up?
Loma? Pretty good.
How you doing, Loma?
I hear you. I hear you back there. It's funny that you did an interview with Bob Arum, who said that Teofimo was full of it when he was saying that Loma was asking for more money and asking for the fight to be in New York. You even clipped that interview because we all thought it was hilarious when Bob said it. But you have some amnesia. You guys need to lay off the reefer.
No
amnesia.
No, think about it though, Rue. Think about it. No amnesia, but how long ago did Bob said Teofimo was full of crap and that isn't true? Meanwhile, we are yet to have an announcement, yet to have any contract, and Teofimo's still saying the same thing.
But if anybody would know what Loma wants, it's Bob and not Teofimo.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Let me talk about this. This is the great card. 154 is the best division. I think both Charlos are going to come away with the win off of this one, and it should be good. And instead of in Jesus' name, I'll say in Haymon's name because he did a good job on these cards.
That's a good one.
Yo, he's right now. Haymon is like the master of disaster right now.
We going out to the commission.
The champ is here.
Sony, what up? Just listening. Steve in Chicago.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Yeah. You know, I don't understand some guys in this chat here. You got some real ignorant people following you. You can't put on a card like this without it being pay-per-view. This card, top to bottom, talented. And how are you going to pay these guys with no crowd? Like, we need to expect this. Well, I don't understand how fans can be so fickle with this sport. It doesn't make any sense. And, we need to shout out Bob. Bob's been keeping us occupied for a while now. I'm not hating on them. We had nothing. And he's been putting on shows what he could put together. But to put on talent like they're putting on, it has to be like this. There's no other way to do it. That's all I got.
Facts.
I mean, look, this is only 2 pay-per-views, though. You know what I mean? Like 2 out of 8 shows with a bunch of star-studded casts, and they're loaded. Like this pay-per-view is a 6-fight card. Like, let's not forget it. We haven't really seen that unless it's like streaming on an app or something. So for 6 fights to be on a pay-per-view, they're giving you bang for your buck, man. They're not trying to gyp you. And
4 title fights.
And as far as Bob...
And 1 eliminator.
I'm with you, man, and I said it, and I'm not taking that personal. I'm just reiterating, like, Bob came at us at a time when we were starving, and, you know, our desperation invested us in his fighters, and it's just too late. Like, now I want to see Ibev get knocked out by Big Baby or by Guido just to say I told you so. Like, I wanna see those fights happen. You know what I mean? Look, I still want to see Victor Bisbal, who's been on Top Rank shows, and Vidal Riley. I want to see them in with the likes of a Big Baby or a Guido or who else they just signed. They got to tack them. They could give them tack them. You know, they still got stuff. Yeah, I said it, Trey, man. I don't know how they got Tug back, but not Gary Russell. Gary, man, I don't even understand, bro. I don't even understand what's going on with that, but looking like we gonna go to Boston. Jared, what up?
What's going on?
Chilling.
Hey, so I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this. My only concern would be the price point. I hope that they're not asking for $100 for this, especially given the nature of the economy, nature of the job market. But I'm even more excited for the potential fallout from this fight. Because if they knock this shit out the park and you're Canelo, how do you not sit back and wonder, if I do a pay-per-view fight with Charlo in Dallas, I can make more money off of that than I can make off of 3 fights given my current contract. So I'm really, really curious to see what goes on behind the scenes after that, as far as the business. I mean, what do y'all think?
I mean, everything is about numbers, man. Numbers is power, man. That's it, man. If he could do numbers in this pandemic, yeah, he becomes a Canelo option without a doubt. Listen, definitely. but it's funny that it takes for this stuff to happen for people to realize that this is what I've been saying for years. Make your own lane. Make your own lane.
Fight each other.
Make your own lane. If you make your own lane, yeah, you see now all of a sudden the calls are, oh, you think that Charlo is gonna be a Canelo opponent if you win? Oh, you think Canelo's gonna be? Yeah, because he's doing something that is demanding attention. That's all we need. That's all we need. Greatness, Harlem. What up?
Cheer.
Greatness, not unmuting, going once, twice. Trey in the Bay, trying you one more time. I know you said you had background, just double checking. Lids low, you are also not on, you haven't pressed 1. You like, you know, I don't know if you want to, if you work. All right, there you go. Lids low, Decatur, Georgia, what up?
Hey, man, what's happening, man? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Bowdy. Man, I'm all for these fights, man. Hey, look, back when this COVID first started, I said they need to put like on a big card. Not that this is big, but it is quite big. I mean, it is 2 brothers, so I'm all for it. I got both of them winning, but not, you know, just clearly. But it's gonna be some good fighting. But I got both of them winning. With this Tank and Leo, man, y'all better hold that boy Tank on weight, man, because I'm pretty sure Leo coming in there to get him, man. So, Tank ain't ready. Y'all ain't gonna be some mad motherfucker with Tank. But that's my call, man. Y'all stay up.
All right.
Yo,
Earl.
He feel like Tank ain't ready for Santa Cruz?
No, he's saying if Tank ain't ready in terms of weight, bro. Everybody knows. Everybody know Tank got issues making weight. So Earl, he trolled Red Catch, right? Because Red Catch, he quote tweeted Who he fighting? He quote tweeted Leo, like, Leo, kick his fat butt.
So he didn't, did he?
Hell yeah. So,
man.
So Earl was like, Ivan, let it go. Let it go.
Ivan said, nah,
yeah. Earl was like, Ivan, let it go, champ. You'll come back or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but he definitely said, let it go.
Look like Ivan won another sparring match.
His feelings hurt. I hear Ivan calling out Broner now. That's another Fox fighter right there we could do. See, that's what I'm saying. PBC still got one more announcement, y'all. We still got Wilder, Luis Ortiz, Dominic Brazil, Adam Kovnacki, Gerald Washington. They ain't announced none of those fights. Who I said, Gary Russell, Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia. Who I'm missing? Who am I missing? Keller Plant. Who
Can't
else?
get that one.
Who else? I don't know. That's it. And that's really it. We out. Oh, yep, we out. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Yeah. Peace.
At Martin McGee on Twitter. At Martin McGee on Instagram. Peace.
And you catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. Same handle on TikTok and Twitter, AlexLinusTBV. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit it, you won't know when we're going live. We're going live all the time. And yes, you can call in live. You don't have to wait to the end of the show to then call in. None of that stuff. Obviously, we have a portion of our show where we take our callers, but we take our callers live.
Hold on.
Live.
I forgot. Intrigue, you got a boomerang. If you want it.
Boomy.
Give it a chance. If you want it. Don't want it. He in the studio. I heard the beat earlier.
However do you want it?
Yeah, we out then, right? We out.
Yeah,
Peace.
we out. Hey, and okay, it was 20 thumbs down, but then it went to 18. There's some bots out there, but we got something coming for you.
Oh, we never went to Ruin 504, did we?
Yeah, we did.
All right, peace,
Remember he
peace.
told us about that top rank.
All right, peace.
Bob.